morning, my fellow Americans. I am here this morning to inform you about the war in Afghanistan and what we should be doing as a nation. We are in Afghanistan to oust the Taliban government, which allowed the terrorist group Al-Qaeda to use it as a base and safe haven to plan out the terrorist attack on the United States on September 11, 2001. Therefore, as a strong united nation, we retaliated, went to war, and put a stop to the terrorism in Afghanistan. But why are we still there? Our whole mission to go to war in Afghanistan was to put a stop and to ensure that terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda cannot use it as a safe haven for launching attacks against the West. Well, guess what? We reduced the size of the group in Afghanistan and all the members were captured, killed, or escaped to Pakistan. So why are we still in Afghanistan? The U.S. knows that we cannot put a complete stop to every Al-Qaeda member or group because they are so large and have so many other bases around the world. But we did decrease the strongest safe haven, which was located in Afghanistan. So once again, the question comes up, why are we still in Afghanistan if we accomplished our goal in putting a stop to Al-Qaeda? The answer is that the United States has made a long-term commitment to help Afghanistan rebuild itself after years of war. The U.S., along with others in the international community, currently provides resources and expertise to Afghanistan in a variety of areas, including humanitarian relief and assistance, capacity building, security needs, counter-narcotic programs, and infrastructure projects. The U.S. also supports the Afghan government in its efforts to establish a framework for a vibrant civil society, one that emphasizes democratic principles through a rule of law and creates accountable and transparent forms of government. The United States and its international partners remain committed to helping Afghans realize their vision for a country that is stable, democratic, and economically successful, and to an Afghan government that committed to the protection of women's rights, human rights, and religious tolerance. The way I see it, yes, it is a good thing that we are helping Afghanistan rebuild its nation and get back on their feet so that they can support and protect themselves from terrorist attacks such as the one like Al-Qaeda did. However, so far it has taken over 7 years, nearly $200 billion, over 500 American lives, and 150 Allied lives. So are we really going to be successful in rebuilding this nation? And is it really worth our time and money? I mean, seriously, let's have history speak for itself. One of history's enduring lessons is that Afghans don't appreciate it when outsiders tell them how to rule and govern their affairs. Just ask the British or the Soviets, and now us. Toppling over the old order was easy, but installing a new one to take its place has been proved to be considerably harder. Afghanistan possesses almost none of the prerequisites of modern times. Its literacy rate, for example, is 28%. 28%, barely a third of Iraq's. In terms of effectiveness and legitimacy, the government in Kabul lags well behind Baghdad, not exactly a lofty standard. And besides, apart from opium, Afghanistan produces almost nothing the world wants nor needs. So aside from helping the nation rebuild itself, which probably will never happen if it hasn't happened within the past 7 years, why are we still in Afghanistan? And when, if ever, are the federal authorities going to pull their head out and withdraw our own people from Afghanistan? Well, according to the Pentagon, quote, when the scrawny Afghan security forces have been beefed up to the level at which they can keep the peace without help, U.S. troops will leave Afghanistan, unquote. But how will the security forces be beefed up if we keep giving them everything, things that we can't even afford? Why don't we either withdraw from Afghanistan and stop spending money we do not have on something that has never worked in the past, or start spending the money we still do not have on a new plan and change the course of our mission? The time has come that our President, Mr. Obama, needs to realize that we need to scale back U.S. objectives and sharply reduce U.S. involvement on the ground. Afghanistan is claiming too many American lives, requiring too much attention and absorbing too many resources. The sooner we accept that Afghanistan is less a problem to be fixed than a situation to be managed, the better. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful rest of the day.